So we just watched Kirk Cameron save Christmas, I guess?
That's why we got our first snow of the year.
Yeah, yes.
I just want to point out that it took quicker for this movie to get here than Birdman.
Yeah, it did, and that's...
I just want to point that out.
Springfield,
AMC. Man. Stop that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Oh my God. All right.
Yeah, we saw Kirk Cameron saving Christmas.
Hands down, worst movie I've seen all year.
Oh, I'm telling people to go see this.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You better fucking believe I'm telling people to go see this movie.
Oh, give this man money to make more movies like this, because I want to see them.
He single-handedly made unintentionally, the weirdest, strangest, creepiest...
So fucking creepy!
Christmas movie ever.
Racist as fuck.
And it has the racial sensibilities of an old Mantan Moreland movie. That was surprising. This is a Christmas movie where a lot of it just takes place in a car, but it still manages to have scenes of Saint Nick beating the shit out of people, fire with babies being murdered in the background, white girl rap at the end of it, and Kirk Cameron...
He does the worm! He does the
Kirk
fucking
Cameron
worm!
doing the worm.
He does the worm!
And mouth fucking hot chocolate.
A lot of mouth fucking hot chocolate.
And making single-handedly the most pro capitalist Christmas movie, pro-materialist Christmas movie I've ever seen in my life.
With just the most far-out horseshit reasoning for all of these things.
And I just want to say that I celebrate, I do. I'm not even a religious person. But
I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
And I celebrate Christmas with my family.
Because I celebrate with my family.
It's what my family does. On my own, no, I could give a fucking rat's ass, but you know, it's a good time. It's a But Jesus Christ. What the fuck did we just walk out of?
I don't know what we just watched.
I feel like we need to see it again.
Oh, I am watching this movie again.
No,
and I am getting fucked up when I watch this movie again.
Next time, just fucking, I'm drinking whiskey till I'm blind.
Here is a still shot from this movie. Hang on. I gotta pull up my phone. Because, alright, this is a fucking still shot from this goddamn movie.
And this is a still shot from, like, a close-up that happened for, like, 3 straight minutes.
Yeah, because look at how much it fills up my camera. Look at that. Okay, now keep in mind that this is on screen long enough for me to reach into my pocket, pull out my phone, load up the camera, hold it up, and take a picture.
And it still kept going.
Yes, and it kept going after that. That is how long those creepy fucking Hannibal Lecter is Santa Claus eyes with his fucking fist up there.
Yeah, because he puts his fist up, and then he starts cracking all his knuckles.
He is gonna beat the shit into you if you don't fucking
they
like
basically
Christmas.
show St. Nicholas murder someone on screen.
St. Nicholas drags someone on top of a mountain and beats the shit out of them with his fucking cane, and then with his little girlfriend gets into his sled with his presents. And I'm not gonna lie, the guy they got playing him looked a little bit like me when I've played a serial killer in movies. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Just picture like longer hair and picture one of the movies where I play a bad guy. That fucking face, those fucking eyes,
my God.
Those fucking eyes like that, looking at his girl and going, now it's time to deliver some presents.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. This is fucking Silent Night, Deadly Night if he was the hero. This movie is Ben Affleck and Surviving Christmas if no one told him he was crazy.
This whole fucking movie, it was just so fucking weird. Because I really expected to go in and have, like, the War on Christmas thing, like, all the, why do people have to say Happy Holidays?
It's not.
It's really not.
It
like,
isn't.
They briefly mention that shit,
very briefly.
Very briefly.
But I don't know why they did, because this is a scene. Well, let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning of this movie shows Kirk Cameron wanting to fuck his tree. He's sitting in the chair, and he's sitting next to his tree in front of the fireplace. I'm guessing he's playing himself in this movie. It never seems to specifically say, but I'm pretty sure he's just simply playing Kirk Cameron. And so he's talking about everything that he loves about Christmas. He's talking about
presents. He's like, lights.
Yeah, he's like, it's a time for kindness. It's a time of compassion. But it's Kirk Cameron saying this, so you kind of want to say to him, like, yeah, Kirk, unless it's the gays getting married, huh? When he's talking about all of this. And so and then it cuts to a close-up shot of him where he's got like his hot chocolate, but there's this weird, odd silence where he's just kind of like, and I also love hot chocolate.
Yeah. What's next? They're gonna tell me that hot chocolate was created by the Druids. Which, no, not the Druids, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was the Muslims.
I have no idea. I don't. Like, he starts going off on, like, there's certain groups of people. There's the people like me who celebrate Christmas for all its happiness, you know, whether it's Jesus, Santa Claus, you know, giving presents to people, all that stuff. We're just in it for the long haul. And then there's the other people, and this is kind of one of the only parts where it even sort of hints at, like, the war on Christmas, where he's just like, there's the other people that says, yeah, okay, you do that, but keep it private. And then there's the other group of people who say, like, no, you shouldn't do this because all the Christmas imagery is against Jesus. It's not in the Bible. It traces back to, like, pagan roots and stuff like that. And honestly, that is what this movie is about. It's not a war on Christmas movie. The trailer really kind of led you to believe that, because the guy that is his brother-in-law in this is dressed like how you would stereotypically dress, like kind of an atheist douchebag in a movie. I mean, he really is.
Yeah. But
the stereotypical, like, kind of like how, like, God's not dead did stuff like that. That's sort of how this guy came across in the trailer, especially in how he was dressed. But it's the guy is a Christian, and if you don't know he is, this movie is subtle enough that his name is Christian. And it's basically this it's against, like, cynicism towards Christmas. Because the guy, like, is just having none of this. He's like, I don't want to, this all seems fake. None of this is in the Bible. So basically,
Kirk Cameron is coming up with bullshit rationalization for Christmas trees. And
oh, yeah.
Christmas trees and St. Nicholas and nutcrackers and...
It's so weird. I wish to God I was high when I was watching this. Because, like, I kind of understand it in the sense that, like, he's using this guy as a straw man against people who say that. I get that, because I've made fun of that kind of people before on the site, whether it's videos like the pagan invasion about Halloween or deception of a generation, you know. That's kind of who Kirk Cameron is going against in this movie. So I understand that because I've made videos about that before. But when it's coming from Kirk Cameron, it's so weird, because instead of just coming up with instead of actually having a conversation with this guy and just basically sort of trying to cheer him up and trying to maybe connect the dots a little bit more in terms of, like, oh, you know, the Christmas tree comes from, like, pagan stuff, and, you know, like, any rational person would probably say something less batshit than Kirk Cameron does in this, because essentially what he does is, it's the same philosophy.
Only it doesn't come from the pagans. It comes from God himself. It's basically like that sort of weird equation, connect the dots thing that Kirk Cameron does when he's on TV, where he's talking about how the banana is proof that God exists and stuff like that, and all of, like, the weird dots he's putting together in his head to
to form that. It's that, but connecting stuff like Christmas trees to the tree of life and to the cross and...
Yeah. And he's like, and he goes, yeah, I mean, you know, some people believe that it came from, like, you know, like Norse mythology, where, you know, the tree of life and pagan beliefs and stuff like that. But no, it's not. It's like, you know what? In my brain, I'm like, I want to listen to this batshit crazy explanation he comes up with, but at the same time in my brain, it's just like, but you're fucking wrong! You're so fucking wrong! You're wrong! You're lying to cover up that Christianity in general has absorbed other beliefs to make it more palatable and to absorb those individuals and other faiths. And that's what has happened.
And as a really hardcore Christian as he is, if that's his excuse for still doing a lot of this stuff, okay, fine. He seems happy about it. You know, yeah. if he wants to be the most God-fearing man on the world, but simultaneously be the most materialistic person in the world.
There's a speech at the end of the movie where it's like, yeah, material possessions are great because God gave us his material body.
So he offered us his material body, so we are offering people material things. He equates stacks of presents to looking like the skyline of Jerusalem.
Of New Jerusalem.
New Jerusalem.
The Lord will provide.
Yeah.
With a giant tree in the center.
It's bizarre. It's so bizarre. It's
so
like
fucking weird.
It's like he is looking. It's like when this movie was written, he has a big chalkboard that has a gigantic fucking Goodwill Hunting equation on it, where at the beginning it's Christmas tree, and on the other end of it it's Jesus.
Make it work, Kirk Cameron.
Make this work. It seems to work for him.
And good for him. As we've said every time we've seen one of these fucking movies this year, whatever you believe, good for you. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, I could give a flying fuck.
I think this movie is perfectly harmless.
It is. It's perfectly harmless because it's so fucking nonsensical.
It is single-handedly the most insane movie I've seen all year. And yeah. I've seen the identical. I've seen 90% of these religious movies that are out. And I hope to God they keep making more of these. Because they're the weirdest fucking things that I have fucking seen in any given fucking year.
Well, when we get to trailers, we get to talk about the one that's coming out soon, Little Boy.
I am going to have to say the phrase, 2 for Little Boy.
I am here.
I am here for Little Boy.
So we just got finished watching Little Boy.
Can we talk about the racism in this movie?
No, we must.
Which was
immediate and baffling.
I was not expecting that going into this.
No, because it's not racist like he's calling people the N-word or anything.
Well, wouldn't that have been?
Which would have been just as surprising, but much funnier to me.
This is all taking place at a Christmas party at his sister and brother-in-law's house.
Then there's one black guy.
There's one black guy in there.
Who is fucking jive-talking like a motherfucker.
This is what Kirk Cameron thinks black people are. The guy is talking to the brother-in-law about how they want to take away Crazy Shirt Day. And the way he is talking is, it is the most racial stereotype I've seen since Skids and Mudflap, and it's just as baffling. It is just as baffling.
Out of fucking nowhere.
It's out of every scene this guy is in is out of nowhere. I guarantee the only reason this guy has scenes in this movie is just to bring this movie to 80 minutes. And even at that, this movie is stretched. This movie stretches out so
Well, there's like
hardcore.
6 minutes at least that is a fucking hip-hop dance scene
at the end of the movie, and then it keeps going after that.
Yeah.
But there's the way that this guy's talking. He's like, man, man, bring it in, high five, yo, man, we got crazy shirt day, but the man wants to take away crazy shirt day. So I'm thinking, us, and our brothers.
They take away Friday, then they take away Thursday.
They take away Friday, Thursday,
Tuesday, and then what do we got left? Wednesday. Hump day? That's already a day. We need our own day.
Our own day, homie. We need to have a freedom march in the streets just to bring back our crazy shirt day. Why don't you bring it up right here, motherfucker?
Which was fantastic in context because one of the only trailers we got tonight was for the fucking one about Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, we did get that, Selma.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, this is we finally achieved Dr. King's dream.
Oh, I think
having
we
black
did,
people in a Kirk Cameron movie.
Oh, yeah.
And then this guy, he shows up again a few times to do like the same kind of shtick. There's one part where he sits down next to I don't know what this guy was supposed to be. Some conspiracy theorist hipster dude. I don't know what this was. Because of that, it makes the entire message of this movie... Well, not the entire message, but it makes things really confusing.
Yeah, because the hipster dude is very concerned that somebody else is listening. But he goes on the War on Christmas rant for a minute. But it makes him seem so dumb.
Yeah, it isn't a rant that makes this movie seem like it believes in the War on Christmas, because the way this guy is crazy, but it seems he's intentionally written to be crazy. He sits down behind the black guy and he puts his mug over his mouth, which then turns into ADR that is so bad
for like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad ADR.
Oh, this one especially. I didn't know if this was supposed to be a voiceover. At first, I didn't know which actor this was supposed to be coming from. It was jarring when it becomes ADR. He puts the mug over his mouth because he thinks he's being watched.
We can pretend we're doing it.
Definitely.
Well,
Oh shit, we forgot to record the ADR.
you can put it in later.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Well, keep in mind that the black guy in this scene, he is sitting in the forefront, and his eyes are bugging out so much that if this was made in the 1930s, he would be saying shit like, they didn't tell me there was gonna be ghosts at this party. So then there's fucking, the ADR is like, yo man, see, it's all about the war on Christmas, man. See, that's what they get you with this whole war on Christmas. Just like how 9/11 was an inside job. See, I know stuff. I seen loose change. I know what stuff is. I know what the government's trying to do to us. I see all this stuff on Fox News, so you know it's true. Am I forgetting anything that guy was mentioning? Because there was a lot.
And I can't say Merry Christmas anymore. It's got to be Happy Holidays. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that? What the hell is that? It seems to be really making fun of that stereotype.
Yeah.
So that was odd. Especially considering how many times I know Kirk Cameron's popped up on Fox News.
Yeah, well, and it's like I was waiting for that War on Christmas part because I couldn't wait to get in the car and fucking just bitch about that shit. I hate Christians that go on about that shit.
Yeah. Oh, believe me. Yeah, me too.
And like I've said a million times, you're welcome to your faith no matter what it is, but so should everybody else be.
And Christmas is not going like. I mean, I know this movie's not really a War on Christmas movie, but in terms of that, yeah, whenever someone is doing something that's like, oh, you should take away that or something like that, that rarely happens to the point to where you can classify it as a war, especially when people are murdering each other on like Black Friday over Christmas stuff, especially when you have entire cities like this one that still decorates in its entirety with Christmas lights, on the state capitol with Christmas lights. So there is... Christmas is not fucking going anywhere, man.
No.
It's not. People who are not even of faith celebrate Christmas.
Me.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I could give a shit about Jesus, but you know what? I like presents. And I like candy. And I honestly, for the most part, really like my family.
For the most part, I like Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I do. If it weren't for Christmas, we wouldn't have this movie.
I know. I know. Oh, man. Yeah, but the movie goes into a weird rant about how the most important thing in, like, any major scene is the swaddling.
Oh my god, I felt like I didn't even smoke anything before this movie, but I felt like I had.
It was so fucking weird. This was honestly the weirdest movie I have seen in so long. It was David Lynch weird.
Yes. If David Lynch made a fucking Christmas movie, because after I'm dead serious, because after Kirk Cameron does his little speech at the beginning, it then fades to black, and it has sound effects that you would hear in a Saw film.
Yeah.
And when it comes back is the St. Nicholas guy, who at this point in the movie, you don't know that's who that is. So it just suddenly fucking looks like 300 popped up on the screen. And then it cuts to the brother-in-law running in all fucking happy and shit in the house. And then it flashes back to Kirk Cameron talking to him in the car. And that's the rest of the movie. And when Kirk Cameron is talking about all the swaddling clothes and shit like that,
it's just showing a rock. A rock in a cave.
Right after you hear babies dying. Right after you hear babies dying, and then after all of his stories, it cuts back to the brother-in-law who's like,
that's so cool.
Oh, I never thought of the swaddling clothes like that. And after the Santa Claus story, it cuts back to the brother-in-law, and he's like, man, Santa was awesome.
Yeah. But before that even, show me where Santa Claus is in the Bible. I'm not even a Christian, and I know he wasn't in the fucking Bible.
Show me where Santa was in the Bible. You rearrange the letters, you know what it spells? Satan! So someone's a fan of Church Lady on SNL.
Oh, man. Like, but still, as much as I really think everyone should go see this fucking movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Please do.
Uh-huh.
Give him money to make more movies for us to go see.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, easily the worst movie I've seen all year.
I am not going to put...
On every standpoint that there is technically...
I agree with that.
This was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I agree with that. If we are basing it on that and not entertainment value...
Oh, entertainment value, it's in the top.
Oh, entertainment value. This is one of the best movies I've seen all year.
Critically speaking. It's on
Critically speaking, this is the worst.
Oh, yeah.
Critically speaking, this is worse than The Identical.
Yeah. Like, outrage-wise this year...
I was not outraged by this.
No, there's nothing to be outraged by.
No.
It plays it so fucking safe. It's just dumb and wrong. Mm-hmm. But it's dumb and wrong in a way that it's like, this is so completely harmless that the only people that this is going to convert are the people that are fucking converted already.
Or people who want to be like, or people who are, I guess, those like, we shouldn't celebrate Christmas because of Santa Claus. It's not in the Bible, you know, and stuff like that. Maybe for them, it'll be like, well, okay, I guess if Kirk says it's all right, he's talking so fast and throwing out so many names, I guess it makes sense.
Well, and the thing that got me, there was just so many weird shots in this movie of Kirk Cameron staring at other people, just...
in the background.
Hollow-eyed and scary.
Yeah, you know how creepy that was? Like, when Dave and Sarah reviewed, when Dave and Sarah reviewed Rosewater and Jake just behind him the entire time. Imagine that for 80 minutes!
With Kirk Cameron with a beard.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not a bad look for him.
No, it's really not. It looked good.
Yeah. Keep the beard, dude.
I give the man credit. He has aged rather well.
He's got to be 40 by now.
Older, probably.
Yeah, mid-40s, probably.
Yeah. No, man looks good.
Yeah. Keep the beard, dude.
Apparently crazy is healthy.
Yeah. Apparently. He's aged incredibly. Yeah, he has aged incredibly fucking well.
All that shit blocked up in his system that he's full of has kept him from aging.
So at the end of the movie, kind of the end... when the guy's like...
This movie had more endings than it had fucking beginnings.
Oh my god! This movie had more fucking endings than The Equalizer. and it did, which was weird because the movie really doesn't have much of an arc, so you can't really tell when it's really getting to any certain point that it might be in the third act. And so when the guy comes in at the end and he's like, I need to apologize to my wife. And then he bursts in, and then the black guy's standing there like, whoa, hold up, y'all. Can I get an amen?
Someone's having a moment.
Whoa, somebody's having a moment, y'all. I am not over-exaggerating this character, by the way.
No, you're actually toning it down.
In fact, yeah, I am severely toning it down.
Because it's... lots of, like, fucking Vogue hand movements.
Yeah. Again, this is what this movie thinks black people are like. So then, everyone's watching the brother-in-law who makes a slow-motion nosedive into the presents while Kirk Cameron is creepily watching this from the doorway.
Kirk Cameron spends like the last 8 minutes of the movie standing in an open doorway.
Yeah. When it's snowing out.
Yeah, it's
asshole.
Close the door, motherfucker.
It's really cold. And then after the 5-minute slow motion thing of dude like fucking nosediving into the presents, he gets up and he goes to his wife and says, I know I've been a jerk this year. And she says, she looks up.
Yes, you have.
She says, yes, you have been a jerk this year. And then he's like, I'm really sorry, but I do have a present for you. And then she looks up at him with seduction eyes and says,
weird, creepy seduction eyes.
What do you got for me, Daddy? That is a direct quote.
Big Daddy, actually.
Oh, yeah. What do you got for me, Big Daddy? And then the movie pauses, and Kirk Cameron comes in a voiceover and says, now I know a lot of you out there have seen some movies, and I know I know some of you might write this scene differently. And I'm like, oh, you don't want to say that with me in the audience. Yeah. I will write this scene way differently. And so he's like, let's see what that present is. And it cuts back, and he says, what is it? It's
like, right now it'd be the stereotypical time for the big kiss.
Yeah.
But I've arranged an 80s breakdancing group.
An 80s Christian themed breakdancing rap group. And that's what happens for the next several minutes.
And of course the black guy's DJing.
Oh, he's DJing. Wicka, what? So he's DJing. White girls are up all dancing and rapping and shit.
3 white girls and 2 very gay, like, Hispanic young men.
Yeah.
All breakdancing. Not even breakdancing, though. It's more like 90s music video.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. Kirk Cameron does the worm. The brother-in-law's breakdancing.
Yeah.
He starts dancing with his wife. And when she takes her heels off, he has a good, 5 feet on her.
Oh, my God.
This goes on for so long. And then it cuts to them having Christmas dinner in which Kirk Cameron is sitting on what looks like a throne.
Yeah. Well, and Christian is on a throne on the other end of the table.
Yeah. And everyone who's in this family was also playing other parts in the flashback. Like, there's a dude there who was Joseph, and I'm sure whoever played Saint Nick was probably there.
He was the guy in the Santa suit.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay. When it was Santa doing the creepy, that was Kirk Cameron, right?
No.
It wasn't? Because that looked just like him.
No, that was the dude who played Saint Nick in the flashbacks.
Okay.
Because he had you could see a thicker beard.
Okay.
Underneath.
I couldn't tell because they had the same crazy eyes.
Oh, same crazy eyes. I'm betting it was like Kirk Cameron's brother or cousin or something.
I mean, same crazy eyes. Same crazy eyes. I mean, the Saint Nick didn't look like Kirk Cameron, but with that beard on and everything like that, and those eyes, I mean, to me, they looked like him. I was like, this is so creepy. Yeah. This is so creepy. Especially given how 80% of this movie is Kirk Cameron giving the creepy eyes. Man, it's too bad he only does these kinds of movies. I want to see him play a serial killer.
Oh, God.
Because he would be so good. He would be so good at it. Because if he was intending to be creepy in this, it would be one of the best performances I've seen all year.
Yeah. No, and it would be so easy to direct him to be a serial killer. It'd just be like, Kirk, you're not getting... Listen, just think about Jesus.
Oh, tell him it's a different kind of movie. Tell him to play it. Tell him it's a Christian movie. Tell him to play it straight.
Yeah.
And him playing it straight will be creepy.
Yeah.
Tell him he's the hero.
Then just edit it together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I totally recommend this movie for all the shittiest of fucking reasons. For the shittiest of reasons. This is on a technical aspect so one of the worst fucking movies of the year. There's no reason this should be in theaters.
No.
You gotta see it.
Yeah.
You gotta see it.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking next week we should make Brian go see it with us. Just make him go. Like, dude, we're gonna go see... Tell him we're gonna go see Birdman and take him to that.
Oh, we make a second video that's just Brian and Jake.
Yeah. No, we will eventually, over the course of this month, send everybody on Team Snob to this fucking movie.
Oh, yeah,
We'll send them by twos. Brian and Jake, then we'll send Irving and Sarah. Jillian can go by her fucking self. Kidding. We'll send someone with Jillian. If we made Jillian go by herself, she'd be so fucking mad at us.
Oh, yeah, so she wouldn't agree to it. She wouldn't agree to do that. She hasn't wanted to do one of these for a long time, so I highly doubt asking her to go see this would bring her out of midnight screening retirement. There was we got a mixture of a bunch of different trailers at the beginning of this. We got like Annie and Selma. Which
doesn't look... It's a good trailer. It's a really well put together trailer. Fucking, of course, Oprah Winfrey got her ass in that movie somehow.
Well, yeah, her production company made it.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, we got that, and then
Little Boy.
Little Boy.
About a boy that who through his faith is gonna bring his daddy back from war.
It looks
and
like
it's fucking Michael Rappaport. God damn it! What is he
in
doing?
It. Emily Watson is in this. Martin Sheen is in this. It fucking looks like Heaven is for Real crossed with Phenomenon. It's a little boy who attends a magic show and then does like telekinesis and shit on this bottle that moves the bottle. So now he thinks he's got the power, and then he tries moving a mountain, and then an earthquake happens. So, oh my god, he moved the mountain.
And he's determined through this power he's gonna bring his daddy back. He's gonna
bring Michael
war.
Rappaport back. God damn it.
And Michael, just the idea of Michael Rappaport in a Christian movie cracks me up, because every other thing I've seen him in, he is fucked up some way. He's on blow, got a drinking problem, exploiting black people.
Oh yeah, even when he's like a network executive in Bamboozled, he's dropping the N-word every other phrase.
It's like, man, they're hiring weird people to be in these movies, but if the paycheck's good enough, fuck it.
Dude, fucking The Identical had Seth Green in it.
Oh, yeah.
And Ashley Judd and Ray Liotta. Fuck.
Money talks, man.
I fucking guess.
You know what? If they contacted us to do
I would do it.
In a fucking heartbeat.
Oh, yeah, I said that during The Identical. I was like, I understand Seth Green being in this because he seems like the kind of person who that's exactly why he said yes to this.
Like, really? Oh, yeah.
If they fucking asked me to be in Saving Christmas, yeah. I'll play creepy fucking Saint Nick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'll try and break dance.
I'll beat the shit out of
I just want to be in the room with this shit.
I'll be Kirk Cameron's creepy eyes double.
Oh man, I don't think he needs a double.
It said that Little Boy was from the producer of something. Oh, Son of God.
Yeah,
because it's produced by Roma Downey. That was the religious movie this year that neither one of us saw.
Yeah, the only one that neither one of us saw.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been at all of them except for Son of God, and in terms of movies based on stuff from the Bible, I wasn't at Noah.
I didn't see Son of God or The Identical, but everything else.
You missed Left Behind.
Oh, yeah. You've seen one Left Behind. You've seen them.
Yeah. there was that When the Game Stands Tall. When the Game Stands Tall, that was fairly religious.
Well, it didn't seem to be presented as overly religious in the trailers.
Oh, they left that out of the trailers.
Oh,
they also left that out of the trailers for the Identical.
Oh man.
We got Night at the trailer for Night at the Museum 3.
Yeah, we've gotten that trailer a bunch of different stuff.
And the audience loved that trailer.
You know what, Sarah likes those movies, so she's got dibs on that already.
She did. She looked at me when the first trailer started and said, "Dibs." And I'm like, okay, it's yours.
Yeah. Not gonna fucking argue that.
It's like, that is not the kind of movie you need to call dibs on. Yeah. The kind of movie you call dibs on is like one of the movies where like a bunch of people want to see.
No. Night at the Museum 3, sweetheart, that is all yours.
Yeah, that's like getting the trailer for Paddington and going, dude, dibs, you can't go. Although, you did call dibs on Saving Christmas.
I did, because...
Which good man.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Well, it's just because it's been one of those years where, like, I've seen plenty of bad movies, but I haven't seen anything that really pissed me off yet, so I was hoping this was going to be that, but not the case, but completely wonderful in a different way entirely.
Yeah, oh yeah. And it just, when you think this movie won't get any fucking weirder, it does. Because when the rap stops, and then people go off to have their fucking Christmas dinner, and then Santa runs after them, which was weird, because Santa's sitting there like, and runs in the other room, and then...
the old man.
And then it cuts to this old black dude who's sitting on the couch, and unless I'm mistaken, was not in the movie until this point.
He was briefly mentioned.
When
Kirk Cameron walks in the room looking for his brother-in-law and goes, "No? Well, there's Uncle Bill sitting on the couch," and then just turns around and walks out.
I must have blinked when that happened and fucking miss it. Okay, so then it cuts to old Uncle Bill sitting on the couch who goes, "This is why I come to these parties." Like, how many times does a spontaneous rap sing-along dance number happen at every one of Kirk Cameron's parties?
Well, his sister's party. Or
his sister's parties? Because if so, I want to fucking go, and I don't even fucking like the guy.
I just want to ask him inappropriate questions about, like, fucking... Never mind. It's going to go really dark there, and I decided it wasn't necessary.
Any final thoughts about this? I don't think there's anything we forgot.
You know what? There's a lot of good movies in theaters right now. Fuck them all. Go see this.
Oh, yeah. Fuck it, man. I know it's Oscar season.
Yeah.
I know there's movies out there right now that are for sure gonna get fucking nominated for Oscars. Don't worry about those. Those will be around for a long fucking time. Those will be around for another month or so.
You'll never be able to find a copy of Saving Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're never gonna fucking match the batshit crap that you see in this fucking movie. You're not gonna be able to top seeing Saint Nick beat the shit out of people in a bar in a PG-rated family film.
Just beating the tar out of somebody, and Kirk Cameron's voiceover is, and it said that St. Nicholas smote him on the cheek. How does this fucking translate to smote him on the cheek?
Smote him on the cheek means that he slammed his face on the bar, beat him with his cane, drug him out to the mountains.
And then looks like he's stabbing him with the fucking shepherd's hook.
This shit happens in this fucking movie, man. Oh, yeah. This movie won't be around as long as the fucking Oscar contenders, so go see this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring friends, bring drugs, bring booze.
Oh, yeah, I really wish I was half lit for this movie.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna come back lit to go see this shit. Fuck yeah.
Like, I want this to be the next movie that people go to theaters to see at midnight, like The Room and Rocky Horror, because I think it fucking deserves it.
And thanks to this wave of religious movies, we have something like that like every other fucking month, because this is the same shit Jake and I were saying about The Identical. But this movie is honestly weirder than The Identical.
Oh, dear God, I can't imagine anything being weirder than this right now.
Oh, yeah, and this is why you gotta see this shit. It is an early Christmas present. It's not the gift that you thought you wanted.
Yeah.
But
No, this is as weird of an experience as watching Twin Peaks Fire Walk with me without seeing the rest of the series.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, this movie is this movie is the Ludovico treatment for Ebenezer Scrooge. It's just so fucking weird, man. This is a movie that confuses Ebenezer Scrooge with Uncle Scrooge McDuck.
That was one of them. I was like, his name's not Uncle Scrooge in the fucking book. It's not. I mean, I know he's someone's uncle, but they don't really refer to him as Uncle Scrooge throughout the entire story. That's not how you would really refer to him as a character. You would call him Mr. Scrooge, or Ebenezer Scrooge, or just Scrooge. Uncle Scrooge is a fucking duck with a top hat.
Don't say that, man. Kirk Cameron's gonna connect the dots on you and get out his weird fucking equation and link, like...
No. He doesn't have to do that. You know, one of the characters in A Christmas Carol is his nephew, who calls him Uncle.
Yeah.
But you don't really think of that character as Uncle Scrooge. He's Ebenezer Scrooge.
But how does Ebenezer Scrooge connect to the swaddling clothes? Tell us, Kirk.
Please.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of Oscar contenders, I think the next time we'll be back will be for Birdman.
Yeah, we're gonna make an effort to see that later in the week.
Yeah, because it's finally out here. It's finally out in Springfield. But we had to go to the other theater. The Religulous Theater. To go see Saving Christmas. So, that's Saving Christmas. I hope you enjoyed. Go see this shit.
Please. Please fucking do.
Later.
Bye.